In my last analysis, ladies and gentlemen, I told you how President Ruto is planning to sack ministers and punish rebels to keep control of his government. It showed us that State House is under pressure and that Ruto knows very well that the ground is shaking. But today, things get even more serious. Two big names, Matiang'i and Gachagua, are working together quietly. And this is not just for politics. This is about power, money, and taking control of 2027. Welcome back to my YouTube channel, ladies and gentlemen. This is DMTV Kenya, where I break down the truth at as fear to say. If you are new here, kindly take a moment, subscribe now because you don't want to miss this one. Matiang'i and Gachagua have met in the USA, but this was not just a casual meeting. It was about planning for the future, a political that could push President Ruto out of the game. Number one, there is a power pact for 2027. Insiders say that Matiang'i and Gachagua are working on a big deal for 2027. What is the idea behind this? I want to tell you that Matiang'i to run for president, Gachagua to back him. That's the idea. In return, Gachagua could get the deputy president position or even prime minister if the law allows. Even though Gachagua is trying to campaign hard, we know he was impeached, na sheria ni ile kwamba whoever who has been impeached will never run for any seat. And this is huge because it brings together two powerful regions. The Usi region, which Matiang'i represents strongly, and the Mount Kenya, where Gachagua still has deep influence. And these two opposition support from other regions, and you have a super coalition that could be unstoppable. Number two, in USA, they are doing what we call fundraising from diaspora. Those USA meetings, they are not just for speeches. They are there for money talks. Matiang'i and Gachagua know that to beat President Ruto, they need a lot of money. And where can they get this money from? Diaspora Kenyans, people who want change, people who are tired of corruption, and people ready to invest in a strong opposition. This fundraising could make them financially powerful, maybe even stronger than President Ruto's campaign machine. Number three, there is a super opposition team. This deal is not just between two people, it's bigger. Imagine this team, Matiang'i as the president, Gachagua as the deputy or prime minister, Kalonzo bringing in Ukambani, Martha Karua as the voice of reform, Eugene Wamalwa and Natembea bringing in Western. This is not just an alliance. This is a super team. A team that could completely change Kenya's politics. Number four, why Ruto is worried. Ruto knows that if Gachagua fully turns against him, he loses Mount Kenya, and it has happened. And if Mount Kenya leaves UDA, Ruto cannot win 2027. This is why there is panic in State House. And this is why Ruto is holding emergency meetings. He knows this is not a joke. Number five, what this means for Kenya's politics. Sasa, ile siasa wamechukua Marekani, inamaanisha nini? If this pact works, Kenya's political map changes completely. It's no longer just about UDA versus Azimio. It's about a new phase of opposition versus UDA. It also means that 2027 will be the most expensive election ever. Both sides will borrow millions of money. billions, actually not even millions. And it means that Kenyans will have a real choice, not just between old rivals, but between two different visions of leadership. So, if Matiang'i and Gachagua pull this off, Ruto's two-term dream could die before 2027 even starts. This is no longer just politics. It is survival, ladies and gentlemen. For Matiang'i, it's about proving that he can lead Kenya. For Gachagua, it's revenge and redemption after being pushed out of the government. And for Ruto, it's the fight of his life. Ladies and gentlemen, what do you think? Will this pact work? Can Matiang'i and Gachagua bring the mountain and opposition together? Or will Ruto find a way to crush this alliance before it grows? Tell me in the comment section. Stay tuned, ladies and gentlemen, because here on DMTV, I'll keep exposing the real stories behind the headlines. Kindly subscribe and turn on the notification bell. Goodbye.